Today we're going over the RFT Crawl. All right, today we're going to be going over fundamental crawl sequence. If you're going to do a lot of RFT movements, the crawl is one of the fundamental basic movements that you need to master before you start going off and doing all the other fun, wonderful, delicious things. All right, so with the crawl, it's not so much like a bear crawl. Everyone thinks it's like a bear crawl, like asses up and come up and all that fun stuff. It's very different, all right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna be in a 4-point stance, just like this. So knees are going to be hip width, not wide, all right? Hip width, okay? Then, and I highly suggest doing the crawls, you know, socks on, without shoes. But if you're outside, especially nowadays, wear shoes, all that stuff, or minimalist shoes. But yeah, so the knees are gonna be right under the hips, legs bent 90 degrees, and then the hands are gonna be right below the shoulders. All right, now you're gonna pick up the knees and have them just 3 to 4 inches, I'd say 2 to 3 inches off the ground. So 2 to 3 inches off the ground, just like this. So you have to be able to hold this position. All right, the back straight, head, you're just gonna be looking forward or straight ahead. Don't look like this, don't do this, don't look up, okay? And what you're gonna do is when we usually start with the crawl, we go at a 25% tempo. There's several tempos that we start. We usually start with the 25% tempo. It's gonna look like this, small choppy steps, keeping that butt down, keeping the knees 3 inches off the ground, and make sure the knees don't pass the belly button. Because when some people, when they start doing it, they go like this. You don't want that, all right? You want short, choppy steps. All right, knees are not passing the belly button, and this is at a 25% tempo, okay? Then you're gonna crawl back, or crawl backwards. We usually do probably like 10 yards, start at 10 yards, all right? So you crawl forward, you crawl back the other way. You could also go backwards. So when you go backwards, it's the same thing, all right? You step out, short, choppy steps. Short, choppy steps. Try to keep the knees 3 inches off the ground. It's hard to figure out, especially if you're new, where your ass is, but you could always try to figure out where your knees are. And always try to keep them 2 to 3 inches off the ground. After you do 25%, you do a 75% tempo, okay? So right here, going like this, knees are a little bit wider, a little bit, you go a little bit faster, just like this, okay? Just like this, okay? And then same concept going backwards. And then for the 100% tempo, full speed, that's where it gets fun, all right? So when you do it, knees are gonna be a little bit wider, butt's gonna be a little bit higher, and you just crawl. There, just full speed, okay? All the way, and then all the way back. But that's if you have great room to crawl around. If you're just doing it with a mat, you can do 3 steps forward, 3 steps back to begin with, all right? 3 steps back, 3 steps forward for any type of variation, 25%, 75%, 100% tempo. And that is the crawl. Master that. It's great for legs, trunk, all arms, core, coordination. You're gonna feel this a lot in your quads, trust me. But this is great. If you don't like running, if you don't like impact on your joints, this is a great alternate, and it helps, especially for body weight. It's one of the best body weight movements you can do. All right, this is Coach Austin with Iowa Strength and Conditioning. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all the things. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.